Fellas, do not mind my appearances. I do not have any Zoom meetings today, so who cares? We're in the sweaty. But welcome back to the weekly recap. This is the week 15 edition. Round one of the playoffs have started and commenced. So let's get right to it, shall we? So I remember last episode we ended with kind of some controversy. Um, I do know I ended it with not knowing what's going to happen. I did record a whole video on top of that, but by the time I recorded it and wanted to post it, like we were already moving on. So I was like, I'll just discuss it at the beginning of next week. So, for those who forget, week 14 ended with Mark winning and getting a victory, but there was an error, a stat correction that led to his kicker losing points, thus getting Finn into the playoffs. Finn just took Mark's spot. That's the only playoff implication that really mattered. And yeah, so Mark out Finn in. That was the only difference. So the playoffs are me and Phil getting the buys, Mateo and Devin being the higher seeds, and then Finn and Josh being the lower seeds. And now, just because I haven't done it yet, let's just do their head-to-head matchups while we're here. Mateo and Josh who play each other. See, this is crazy. Mateo has won 3 in a row, dominates the head-to-head. Can we say the same about Devin and Finn? We can, and it even includes a playoff win. Devin's won hell 5 of 6. So yeah, are those trends gonna carry over? We're gonna learn something different, huh? First matchup we're gonna discuss is the guy who barely made the playoffs, Finn, getting a victory over Devin. Devin doesn't get his one signature playoff win before Elim, and he's gone. I mean, looking at the matchup, we could just already tell this is the Christian McCaffrey show. Raheem Mostert is at 21 touchdowns on the season. Where do you see someone's full stats? Right there. It says 20. All right, so 20 touchdowns on the season. Fucking insane. Christian McCaffrey is the GOAT. Running back one, averages 23. Like, that is insane. But he gets a 40 piece here, which is even more insane. Lamar has a good game. Mike Evans gets a touchdown. Cole Kmet gets a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins has a bad game after Finn benching him his 2 good games. But I mean, yeah. Why you're wondering if you're wondering why Finn doesn't have a flex or a kicker in, he had the matchup one Sunday night, and he didn't want Jake Elliott or Kenneth Walker to play with that. Even though they would have added 20 more points, maybe just show some dominance. But Finn made the point of points for it don't matter, but I still call it a coward play. Devin's loss comes into the territory that we were all scared of with Travis Etienne. Touchdown machine this year, don't get me wrong. I think on the season he has 10. But like whenever he doesn't get a touchdown, he just doesn't look efficient on the ground. 3.1 to carry, 2.5, 2.8, 3.7, 3.9, 3.3, 3.8. Yeah, so like this guy has just been inefficient all season. No touchdown is what you don't want, and that just happened. Dak Prescott, someone who's been amazing for I think 6 weeks, 7 weeks, has his second worst start of the season out of 50 weeks. Round one of the playoffs. Tough. He has to pivot to Demario Douglas because he trades for Chris Olave, who misses round one of the playoffs. Gunn did change his name from Free Olave to Imprison Olave. So that's interesting. But yeah, no one really came to show up on Devin's team. Alpha Kamara averaged, I think, like 16 on the year. Gets 13, but you want your star to get a McCaffrey score. You want a 20 pluser. Amon Ra abides. The Dolphins' defense abides. The Jets stink. But he had to spot start Mario Douglas. He didn't trust Deontay Johnson. Would have changed? Oh my God, it would have. Oh my God, it would have changed it. Oh my God. Deontay Johnson would have even done it? Wow. Oh, I forgot about the two benches. Anyways, yeah, it wouldn't have done it. But yeah, Devin Steam just didn't show up. Can't get a signature loss. And although the tradition of the matchup didn't go to plan, the tradition of this league, the main tradition, continues as Mateo loses his sixth playoff game in a row. 0-6 in Dazed and Confused history. It comes off a curse, too, a trade he thought he won. But Bijan, if you're watching this video, you accumulated a better fantasy score than Bijan Robinson. Unbelievably bad playoff performance here. I mean, he was so happy with Ty Chandler, Sam Laporta, and no one else really ran away with it. 120 with a negative performance is nothing to be super upset about. But my God, did James cook? Oh, James cooked. Raiders defense against sticking the Chargers. That's that's sad. Rashad White did well. Honestly, it's a very few number of people. He didn't even start Addison and he won this. This is going to be a interesting matchup for sure. But wow, oh wow. Loses by 18. Josh has a monster performance. James Cook 35 piece. Raiders defense 25 piece. Rashard Wright 20 piece. I mean, you even look at Isaiah Likely's 15. Someone he has starting for Mark Andrews, who he lost in the season. It's just a great week. Now, Mateo puts up a good fight here, but I mean, you can't just look past the missing of Tyreek Hill here and CJ Stroud, people that he had desperately needed going into the playoffs. I mean, the double tight end, the tight end flex doesn't even hurt him. Trey McBride does have a great game. It's not enough. Damn, man. You really hate to see it. So with that, we're down to the final four, fellas. We're down to the final four. The two people with buys now enter the chat. It is me and Josh and Phil and Finn. I'm in here. I actually looked at this earlier. Um, Josh and I, if we played each other every week, Josh would have 8 wins and I would had 7. It's close as shit. It's almost like we've traded good and bad scores all year, and sometimes we're like really close, like this one, where I win by like 1.3. So yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup. Josh won our matchup in week 1 by 11 points. I do want to point out that I did have some injuries, like J.K. Dobbins tearing his shit in week 1, and then we see Justice Hill come in and have the game of his life in the backup. So yeah, crazy. Anyways, wow, they actually give me projections. I don't know how because, huh, interesting. They gave Ferguson a 10.1 projection. Interesting. Josh and I head to head again, right? You think I'm good because 5-4. We're 4-4 in the regular season with 1 playoff win. When you get a little nervous when you see that Josh has won just 4 straight. I was 5-0 against him. Now it's 5-4. Not only that, but this would lock up our playoff matchup where I beat him in the championship. He wants revenge. It's just gonna be a tough one. my regular season average, but look at my playoff average, baby. Don't sleep. 112 playoff average? Come on. We're in here. Head to head is tough. Um, Giving Tua against Dallas's defense is interesting. Um, yeah. I mean, we're just gonna go by this. Anyways, I'm not gonna give the edge to anyone here. May the best man win. Josh, you've had a great season. I can't believe you're in here. You've had some tough losses, but I mean, what a win that last week was. He puts in Addison this time. He's not making that mistake again. And yeah, it's gonna be a tough team. I got some dogs on mine, so we're not gonna lay over for you. God, I can't speak, but we're not restarting this. Next matchup, it's the Phil versus Finn matchup. Finn, Finn doesn't even have all his starters back in. Let me just see what the projection would be. He definitely played Kenneth Walker at 12.5 and Jake Elliott 9. So what is that? 21.5. Then giving him wow. They give Finn over 120 projection. They're liking Finn, but what's the head-to-head look like here? Knotted up. Knotted up. I mean, if you look at the last six matchups, it's 3-3. I mean, the overall matchup's 5-5. Regular season, they give it to Phil. Interesting. Phil won their matchup this year. Damn, with a 0 from second. Oh, but you got a 0 from Metcalf and Cole Kmet. And Patterson. Wow, what a weird week. That is interesting. I mean, they give the edge to Finn here on just projections. I can't like the past would just have them knotted up. Their last matchup was Phil. Phil has the most advantages, but the least overall projections. I'm not gonna give advantage here either. May the best man win. Interesting. So that's the semifinals, boys. Let me know if there's anything else I could recap for the season. It's been a good year for everyone eliminated, especially Mateo. For some reason, I feel for this because the 0-6 has gotta just stick with you until next season now, and it's gonna carry that way until there is just at least one playoff win. I want to be able to not think about it. So that shit is just fucking insane. But good luck to everyone else involved. I hope you guys lose because I'm still in here and I want to win. All right, fellas, it's been a pleasure, and I will speak to you next week. Peace.